Tears come streaming down your face.
The octave above and the octave below.
Lose something you can't replace.
Got that lighter texture, it's got a little more air, and he's placing it higher up. This is actually something that we go over in my creative community because I feel like it comes up. Oh, I bet he's got some high notes beyond.
Lights will guide. You're streaming down your face. The wind moves so
They have polar opposites. These are polar opposites right now. You have the lowest of the lows and the highest of the highs being put together.
tears stream
Ooh.
down your face and
Oh, I love his highs up there. So his voice is beautiful, but I feel like his tongue gets a little bit in the way, almost like it could be a language barrier, and he's just not as used to bringing the sound more forward as we do when we're speaking English. He has a gorgeous voice. I would like to see that tongue a little bit out of the way.
the wind moves something you cannot replace. Tears stream down your face and lost your guide.
Nice and gentle. Yeah, that was a really restrained rendition. I honestly thought that this would maybe be a little wilder, that this is only the second BTS song that I've heard, and it was very controlled. No one's trying to outshine each other or oversing each other. They're really in this true group mentality, and even more important, really honoring the material and letting the beautiful song speak for itself. So, and there wasn't, I thought maybe at one point all of them would be singing at the same time, but
And I love the vocal cries that Jimin does. It's so good. It's such a beautiful flavor, timbre to his voice. Addition? There's a word for this. Color? Something. This proves my theory, well, not my theory, my observation about Jin. Jin is literally one of the tenor, Jin brings his tenor, let me rewind. Jin brings his tenor voice all the way up where most of the other boys switched into falsetto. It's just very good. He's one of the true tenors of the group. He brings that tenory baritone. Bye, boys. So that was my reaction to BTS's cover of Coldplay, and it's just so... it's a vibe, it's a peaceful vibe, it's, but also, like, inspirational? I don't know, it's just so good.
So Jin keeps it all in falsetto right there.
But if you never try, you never know.
Hold on, I gotta hear that one more time. Who's singing that piece right there? Jungkook and RM. Awesome.
If you never try, you never know.
Ah, okay, I think that's V and Suga singing that together. So V's taking the high melody. I'm like, there's no way Suga's singing that falsetto. But yeah, I think Suga's taking the low part and then V is taking the high part.
And I swear God, true.
Okay, Okay, so here's where we're going to start getting into some tasty harmonies. All right, so we've got Jimin taking the upper part. I think RM taking the lower part here. We haven't really gotten such sophisticated harmonies yet, but I love, love, love how soft V is just singing this. It's so simple, so light, so it just makes you feel something. Absolutely incredible performance. You know,
when he's going up to those notes, I don't hear as much of the breathy sound. So that's kind of the biggest differentiator of, are we in head voice or are we in falsetto? To me, that sounds more. With him, it sounded more like, I mean, it was a smooth transition back down, but you could hear a little bit more of a tonal shift when he got to the bottom of it compared to the top. It's not a bad thing. That just makes me think, you know, okay, that's not as full of a voice as I think you'd be capable of for those high notes. It's great for pop music. It's lovely. Yeah, really good musical performance. If I'm getting really picky, sometimes they look like almost disinterested, but I don't know. Maybe that's a different part of their performance. Every time I've seen BTS perform, nothing has seemed accidental.
When you try your best, but you don't succeed. When you get what you want, but not what you need.
Okay, so Jungkook is starting here. What a lovely, lovely start it is. Very, very delicate, very aspirate. So aspirate is breathy tone. It's where air or more air passes through the folds as you phonate.
And I swear God, true and ignite true.
This one is J-Hope. I hope. Pun. Anyway, he's got a little bit of that RM sound, but it's a little bit more nasalized, so it sounds a wee bit more kind of present, if that makes sense.
Tears streaming down your face. The wind knew something you cannot replace.
Listen to how well those two voices complement one another. They're almost polar opposites. One is really low, really smoky, deep set loud.